Hey, welcome to episode 4, it is now. So, we are back at Inspiration Point. We've just got a lift. We've had a 0 day for my birthday in Wrightwood. It's been great fun. Party and a lot of eating and resupply, and Wrightwood is a beautiful little town, really good bikers, really nice. Everyone's just so kind and the setup is fantastic. We got a lift back to Inspiration Point now to carry on, head up Baden Powell. The weather was meant to be thunderstorms today, but it looks like it's going to be just cold and windy and maybe some drizzle. So hopefully we'll get up Baden Powell before the weather turns bad. But all good, back on the trail. So we are at the top of Mount Baden Powell. It has been an absolute bitch of a climb up. There is a lot of snow and it's really high, a lot of switchbacks, but it's awesome. Yeah. Weather's closing in fast. Seen some flashes of lightning in the distance. We've got 5 miles to go before we can set up our tent somewhere that isn't on snow. Great fun. Yesterday we climbed up to the top of Baden Powell with nasty winds and oncoming storm. We camped at Little Jimmy's campsite and it didn't rain overnight, which is great. This morning we've got up, we've walked a little bit and already had some trail magic. Today is Mother's Day in America. Now we got this awesome view. Then we got to head down to the road to do a bit of road walking to avoid a conservation area where they're trying to protect some endangered frogs. But it's a hard climb up here, it's quite hot, but the views are phenomenal. Road walk to avoid going through the endangered frog zone, which is kinda dull, but it's warm, so there we go. So we finished with all the road walking. For now, had to take a decent chunk of road walking to avoid killing any endangered frogs, but very importantly, we got the 400. Oh yeah! Noisy, noisy little bird. Get to see another beautiful sunset in beautiful camping ground up in the mountains, and we have an icky. It's about 7 AM. We about mile 421-ish. So the aim is to go about 19-20 miles today. It's a bit more deserty now, but the views are pretty epic, and we'll just see what today brings. Nothing exciting planned, and here's a Nikki.
Hi!
This is poodle dog bush, a delightful plant that grows best in burn zones, that causes blisters, ulceration, and just completely ruins your day. And it's everywhere for the past 10 miles.
Thanks, made.
Ow.
regret your decision yet.
Always. Ta-da! We have come down from those mountains up there. We're about 10 miles out from Agridoce in Hike Heaven and our next resupply. We're now much more deserty now. Some cool big old rocks and hills, and man's hot. Man's really hot. It's only like 10 in the morning and it's really warm. I broke my sunglasses again, but looking forward to a resupply. Hopefully somewhere comfy to sleep. My Thermarest mattress has been deflating every single night for the past 2 weeks, so there is a small hole somewhere. I need to work out where it is. The sleep is getting unpleasant, but it's still utterly beautiful here, so winning. These are Vasquez rocks, about 3 miles from Agridoce. And I believe they've been used in the past in Star Trek films, because they look a little bit alien. It's quite cool. Yeah, so Vasquez rocks, like, actually really impressive. It's like, there's quite a lot there. And definitely some animals nesting. Still at Vasquez Rocks, and they're obviously setting up to do some kind of filming here. We've got rigs being put up and everything. Some cool features though. Hey y'all, so we took a couple of days off trail. We got to Casa de Luna, took about 12 miles to get to Casa de Luna, and then Nikki's foot has been playing up for the last couple of days. It looks like some inflammation of the extensor tendon, so she's been a little sore. So my parents, who were on holiday in California, had flown over from England on holiday in California, met up with us and took us to a ridiculously spoiling Airbnb. We've been here for 2 and a bit days. And nicely rested, theoretically, touch fingers crossed, everything feeling good. So we're gonna head back onto trail today. Mummy and Daddy Frost are here, and so we're getting back on trail soon, and all good. And we're leaving a nice pile of fruit for Trail Magic for whoever needs it, and we'll be leaving it at the trailhead. So, excited to be back on trail. Got the, I'm walking to Hiker Town, then got the LA Aqueduct next. So, should be either awesome or awful. We've waited out a storm while we've been here. There's been some snow and unpleasantness, which is weird for the desert, but all good. Nicky. Looks like we have some big flat desert. Probably gonna head over there soon. Yay. There has been someone walking along here with feet nearly the size of my hand. Just walking down the trail. We're outside Weeville Market where we spent the night. It's like a little grocery store, gas station thing, and they very kindly put up hikers in their little awning area. There's about 20, 30 hikers there last night. We got in around lunchtime and the wind and it was drizzly and we just didn't want to try and cross the Mojave in those conditions, so we ate lots of food. They got a lovely grill here, okay resupply, but the grill is the winner. And then this morning we've woken up and we've got blue skies and it's phenomenal. It's gonna be a really hot crossing. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be hot though. This is Hikertown, a cool little place in the desert. It's like a little village, Western style, which is really cool. It's got a feed store, school, Nicky and some cats. It's great. Always. So, LA Aqueduct, long metal pipe through the desert, kind of relentless. You walk along it, sharp rivets underfoot. It's pretty cool. Thankfully, the weather is not too hot yet. Last few days have been very windy and cold and wet. I think previous years I've had to walk this at night because the heat's just unbearable. But so far, quite nice actually. We're off the big metal pipe, now on to the concrete one. Under there goes the water to LA. We're still in a desert. It's about 9:15 in the morning. It's getting warm. Lovely. In the desert, it was lovely earlier on when it didn't heat up. We got 17 miles done before lunch, just happy with that. And now we're going again. We hid from the sun for a bit. We're going again and it's hot, so yay heat. A lot of cool windmills though. So we're in this windmill farm that's quite nice. Yesterday we crossed 24 miles across the desert there, along the LA Aqueduct, through the wind farm, across that part of the Mojave Desert. We're now into the foothills here, and we've got to go about 16 miles to get to Tehachapi. And we are out of the desert-ish, coming down to where we can hitch lift, hopefully, even my parents, to Tehachapi. Stay there for a night, resupply, and then onwards to Kennedy Meadow. We had to stop early last night because a storm hit us. Really horrible torrential icy rain, horrific winds. It was cold. I think it sleeted and snowed during the night, so we actually went to bed at like 3 PM. And we've woken up this morning. It's not raining, but it is windy and bitterly cold. So we've got to make up the miles we didn't do yesterday. Otherwise, at the end of the stretch, we run out of food. So, yay! This desert is not a desert. Yay! Nikki, tell me what you think of today.
Shit.
This is our scenic view. Never climb a mountain in a storm. that's a cool find. When it's only just rained, so that is fresh this morning. And in the same direction as us.
See where they go.
Nikki is closely examining the entire campsite to see if this is where the teddy bears have their picnic.
It is.
She is convinced it is. I see no teddy bears and no picnic blanket. It looks like we're away from the desert into these beautiful mountains with these pine forests. We've just come around the corner and had our first true glimpse of the Sierras. And right in the distance is Mount Whitney. We're heading up there in a while.
Video.
We've had an interesting last couple of days terrain-wise. The day before yesterday was thick, dense, lush forest with running water, pine trees, very lovely. And then yesterday was quite harsh desert, ups and downs, some decent hills, no real water, having to rely on water caches. And today I suspect is much the same. We only did 18 miles yesterday because my ankle / shin was pretty painful yesterday, so taking a load of ibuprofen, giving it some pretty hard massage, some KT tape on it, and we'll see how it goes today. The plan today is to go 20 odd miles to Walker Pass campsite, and then tomorrow head into Ridgecrest for all you can eat Chinese, which sounds amazing. Everyone loves a 1,000-foot climb before 8:30 in the morning. Boom. We are about 2 miles away from Walker Pass, which means jumping off trail to Ridgecrest to resupply. Because we were delayed due to the storm a few days ago, we are really low on food. So resupply is always needed. Apparently looking forward to all you can eat. And then take it from there. My left ankle has had this stabbing pain for the last 20 odd miles, so it'd be really nice to rest and recover. The views coming down towards Ridgecrest are pretty awesome though. It's becoming less and less desert-like, becoming more and more foresty. Big old hills and mountains though. Pretty.